This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, a group of Dunedin high school pupils got to see trained sniffer dogs who can sniff out cancer. 3 friends stopped into Dunedin on their way around a mini-golf tour of the country, raising money for Mental Health Foundation. And a Dunedin hepatitis campaigner is working towards a goal of eradicating the disease, one island at a time. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Daryl Baser. Dogs are being trained to sniff out cancer and other diseases, increasing the rate of early detection and treatment. Yesterday, Columba College pupils got to meet a medical detection dog after raising more than $1,000 towards the cost of training the hound.
3-year-old German Shepherd Frida gets to meet some of the Columba pupils who raised money towards the training of dogs such as her to be able to sniff out cancers. The school's pupils recently organised a Mufti Day to raise money for what they saw as a worthy cause.
It's a charity that we decided to help because one of our parents of a student at Columba actually works with them. Her name's Karen O'Neill, so that's kind of where we came up with to support them.
And we managed to raise $1,004 for the Canine Foundation.
Dog trainer Courtney Moore says the dogs are to be used to detect prostate and bowel cancers in patient samples.
We'll be training on samples that are grown by University of Otago, and we will be initially training the dogs in saline solution to detect prostate cancer and bowel cancer samples, and they will be in saline solution first, and then we will be moving on to the urine phase where they'll be detecting cancer in patient samples.
It's a New Zealand first to use dogs to detect bowel and prostate cancer, and it's a joint program between the company K9 Medical Detection and the University of Otago. The program currently has 4 dogs learning scent detection of patient samples sent to the hospital.
So never screening an actual patient, but the samples that they send in, the dogs will be detecting if there is cancer cells present.
In Dunedin, The South Today.
The Dunedin City Council's free parking ends tomorrow, bringing to a close what the council calls $1 million of community support. Tomorrow, the stickers are due to be taken off parking meters, with pre-COVID-19 parking rates returning across the city. The cost of casual all-day parking at several off-street car parks outside the CBD is set to increase to $6 a day. The council is encouraging people to use free city buses as an alternative form of transport if they want to save money on parking. The public buses are free until the new bus card system, the B card, is introduced later this year. It's a mini-golf trip with a difference. When a mate's mental health wasn't that good before the COVID-19 lockdown, his pals began taking him out to play mini-golf. And now that bit of fun is taking a group of guys all the way around New Zealand as they raise awareness of mental health issues and have even played a round of mini-golf in the nude. Striking while the iron is hot. Or well, the putter at least.
Stunning! I'm so good at this game.
It's a case of all for one and one for all for friends Zach Roberts, Kyle Sutcliffe and John Middleton, who chose the power of mini-golf to help a mate out.
Before lockdown, Zach was having not a great time, and we all started going out on Thursday afternoons to play mini-golf, just to get out of the house, to hang around with some friends, to do something stupid. And when lockdown happened, we realised that everyone's mental health was going to be suffering, and doing something as ridiculous as mini-golf would actually be quite a good idea.
John Middleton says they're spending 3 weeks in a camper van travelling the length and breadth of New Zealand in an attempt to play every mini-golf course in the country while raising money for the Mental Health Foundation.
Each of us have had issues or had some sort of connection with the Mental Health Foundation. I think Zach and Kyle have both been through bad patches, and one of my friends committed suicide, so we had a natural connection, and we realised that doing something silly and fun was actually really good for your mental health, so yeah.
The group originally intended to raise $2,500, but have surpassed their total. Middleton says it's one of the reasons they took on the Mammoth Challenge, during which the three friends saw quite a lot of each other.
It's been hilarious. We've done some ridiculous things. We went on the radio a week back, and someone hit us up saying, "Are you going to the Wakatipu Naturist Park?" And we were like, "Okay." Hit them up. They were happy to have us on, and we went and played around naked. So that was fun.
The winner of the day's mini-golf gets one of the camper van's 2 beds to themselves, while the other 2 share the second. Middleton says the friends got on well, mostly.
I mean, we've had our good days and our bad days. We had one where we slept very little and then got on the ferry and just were grumpy at each other. But it was so much fun and made for great footage.
The group carried on to Invercargill then Te Anau yesterday before making their way to Central Otago today. Par 4 will end their tour of New Zealand on July the 11th, back in Auckland. In Dunedin, the South today. A former Dunedin pub is being converted into a restaurant, ready to serve up bowls of hot noodle soup. A Tokyo Ramen takeechi restaurant is being set up in what was Branson's Bar on the corner of St Andrew Street. The restaurant will be part of a global franchise with outlets in Southeast Asia and Europe, like this one in the German city of Düsseldorf. The Dunedin franchise is set to be the first store in New Zealand. The building is currently covered in orange netted scaffolding, the old bar inside is being stripped out, and contractors are working on the new store. The ramen restaurant will be operated by a Dunedin couple and is expected to open in September. The franchise holders are looking for a qualified chef in Japanese cuisine, as well as experienced front-of-house staff. A Dunedin hepatitis campaigner is working towards the goal of eradicating the potentially deadly disease. The Cure a Country campaign is beginning in Niue with the aim of making the small Pacific Island nation hepatitis-free.
Viral hepatitis, which can lead to liver failure and death, is a disease which might well be eradicated from the tropical island of Niue, thanks to Dunedin hepatitis campaigner Hazel Heel.
We're choosing Niue as something that is it's size that we can manage. They're very welcoming. They're agreed to participate. We're very grateful for that. And it's a real opportunity to do something with our Pacific neighbours that is achievable for a small group like ours, privately funded.
The country's entire population of just over 1,000 adults is to be tested for hepatitis B and C, and then they'll be treated if found positive.
The local medical workforce on Niue will rapid test every adult for antibodies over however long that takes. We're not worried about that at the moment. The borders are closed. When that has happened, then we'll send a small medical team to diagnose those with live virus and make treatment plans for each person. Then it's done. We've eliminated viral hepatitis in the first country in the world.
The project has been funded from various sources, including an Edmund Hillary Fellowship, with dreams of eradicating viral hepatitis across the world.
We'd like to grow this Cure a Country project. This is what it is. Cure a Country, one by one, of viral hepatitis. We've got a big long list of countries. The World Health Organization wants them all cured by 2030. We're going to be first, and we're just going to get that list and start ticking them off.
The plan is also to educate people in nations such as Niue on how to avoid further spread of viral hepatitis. In Dunedin, the South today.
And still to come on the South today, the ground is broken for the expansion of Wakatipu High School's grounds. And we check in with the Dunedin artist Nigel Brown, whose latest exhibition is Art with a Message. See you after the break.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life, Tuesdays, 7:30.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
You've seen us in the street, now find us online. Check out shopon.org.nz. We have all sorts of treasures, from retro and vintage clothing to antiques, homewares and accessories. New items added every week. We're open 24/7.
Hi, Lindsay Campbell. We're back in Invercargill again. We're here for a month. We've got a men's fashion clearance and up to 70% off. We're right beside the Motorcycle Mecca. Check them out too. Jackets, lovely knitwear, scarves, hats, you name it, we'll keep you warm. Come and see us at the menswear fashion clearance pop-up.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
That's the Alex Campbell Menswear pop-up store in Invercargill.
Wrens are Otago's painting, tiling and plastering experts. Offering a free measure and quote, Wrens is a name you can trust to get the job done right. Call Wrens today on 477 9384 or visit wrens.co.nz.
Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Do you know Youth Grow in North East Valley? It's an awesome plant nursery where young people can work and learn life skills. You can now order your vegetable seedlings, herbs, bulbs and shrubs over the phone or by email. Either pick up your order on Norwood Street in North East Valley or they can deliver to you. Look for Youth Grow Garden Centre on Facebook or visit youthgrow.org.nz. Happy gardening!
Heaven Sent Pet Cremations knows that losing a pet is like losing a family member, and we have many special ways for you to keep their memory dear to your heart. From caskets, remembrance pendants to remembrance spheres. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today.
No mai anō, welcome back. Ground has been broken for the second phase of Wakatipu High School's expansion. The sod turning ceremony was held yesterday after delays due to the COVID-19 lockdown. The project includes two two-storey classroom wings, plus the school's gymnasium is set to double in size. The aim is to extend the still new school's capacity from 1,200 students to 1,800. It's hoped one wing will be completed by the end of next year, with the rest finished about mid-2022. Dunedin-based painter Nigel Brown's latest exhibition illustrates his concerns about climate and the environment. Called The Climate of Change, the art show includes images of Jacinda Ardern as well as slogans recently heard in the media.
Dunedin-based artist Nigel Brown and Milford Gallery director Stephen Higginson take a look at Brown's latest artworks now on display at the gallery. Many of the pieces feature Brown's concern for the environment, as well as reflecting his personal life. This large three-panel work called Climate of Change features, amongst other things, his good friend and Maori flute proponent Richard Nuns, as well as the Prime Minister of New Zealand and the juvenile lancewood trees Brown has become enamoured of since moving to Dunedin in recent years.
This painting was started with a spray can, so it was started with no idea what it was going to be, and as I worked on it I gradually kept thinking of the Fogo Strait where I'd been, and then it was all very bare at one stage, and then I started repopulating it with things from Dunedin. So it's an intuitive way of working.
Some of the works are distinctly three-dimensional, with plywood characters or roof edges standing out from the surface. Brown says he does it in part to rebel against the flat 2D images one sees on a computer screen or in an art catalogue, and he also enjoys the rough nature of the medium.
With construction ply, it doesn't allow you to have a great deal of finesse. You know, it's not like a special European wood block. It resists you and it splinters and all that sort of thing. I've been attacked as having no finesse, but I'm actually using that as an asset in my work. You know, so I like to have a hand-painted feeling to them.
Brown's works often feature written statements, which invariably sees him being compared to another New Zealand artist famous for using written word in his paintings. But Brown's keen to point out there are many differences between his works and those of Colin McCann.
There's quite a lot of volcanoes in this work, so I'm dealing with the world as unstable. It's the opposite of McCann, who talked about a logic and order in Otago, in the landscape. They did a recent little show on him where they talked about the granite landscape being solid and dependable. I'm more from up near the volcanic plateau, so I've always seen the potential explosiveness of the earth that I stand on. And some of that explosiveness is in these works.
The show also includes a painting of a lemon tree, something that harks back to Brown's childhood experiences and used to feature regularly in his early artworks.
It's a ritualistic painting where these people are tending to this tree with one lemon. I'll just say, my basic background is from Tauranga and subtropical orchards. I was brought up in orchards, so lemon trees were there, tamarillos, what we call Chinese gooseberries and now kiwi fruit, all those. So I grew up with lots of golden fruit.
The Nigel Brown Climate of Change exhibition is set to run until the 21st of July. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And after the break on the South Today, we catch up with a young female football player with her eyes set on the 2023 Women's World Cup. And we have a look at the midweek weather. Heads up, there is snow in the forecast. See you soon.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life. Tuesdays, 7:30.
Shall I make some scones?
Heaven Sent Pet Cremations knows that losing a pet is like losing a family member, and we have many special ways for you to keep their memory dear to your heart. From caskets, remembrance pendants to remembrance spheres. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today.
Hi, Lindsay Campbell. We're back in Invercargill again. We're here for a month. We've got a men's fashion clearance and up to 70% off. We're right beside the motorcycle Mecca. Check them out too. Jackets, lovely knitwear, scarves, hats, you name it, we'll keep you warm. Come and see us at the Menswear Fashion Clearance pop-up.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
That's the Alex Campbell Menswear pop-up store in Invercargill.
Garage Dunedin, delivering quality, stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garage quality service. Garage Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Do you know Youth Grow in North East Valley? It's an awesome plant nursery where young people can work and learn life skills. You can now order your vegetable seedlings, herbs, bulbs and shrubs over the phone or by email. Either pick up your order on Norwood Street in North East Valley or they can deliver to you. Look for Youth Grow Garden Centre on Facebook or visit youthgrow.org.nz. Happy gardening!
Wrens are Otago's painting, tiling and plastering experts. Offering a free measure and quote, Wrens is a name you can trust to get the job done right. Call Wrens today on 477 9384 or visit wrens.co.nz.
Thanks for staying with us. Dunedin will get its chance to share the spotlight when the Women's Football World Cup is held in Dunedin and Australia, or New Zealand and Australia, in 2023. One young player is especially looking forward to the competition with the hope of playing on the pitch for her country.
24-year-old local football player Renee Bacon is looking forward to New Zealand hosting the FIFA Women's World Football Cup with Australia because she's in with a chance to join the national squad.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but I'd like to kind of be at least within like a radar of some New Zealand squad. I mean, wider squad maybe, you know, use this upcoming National Women's League to really show that I could potentially be within that sort of wider squad area.
Bacon is already playing for Southern United, Roslyn Wakari and the prestigious New Zealand Maori women's team. And she says having the World Cup games in New Zealand will inspire girls and women to give the sport a go.
I think it was the 20s Women's World Cup when I was about 13 or 14, and like that lifted women's football so much in New Zealand, and like it's massive now, so you know, any sort of publicity that we can get behind it, any big events like the Women's World Cup will only do good things for women's football here in New Zealand.
And Bacon says it's never too early to start thinking about playing women's football. She started kicking the soccer ball competitively at 5 years of age.
A lot of girls, they don't figure out that they want to play football until they're maybe like 10, 11, 12, so having the extra 5 or so years might start them off a little bit younger, you know.
At this point it's unclear how many Women's Cup games will be hosted at Dunedin Stadium, but it could well be 3 or 4. In Dunedin, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. A group of Dunedin high school pupils got to see trained sniffer dogs who can sniff out cancer, leading to early detection and treatment. 3 friends stopped into Dunedin on their way around a mini-golf tour of the country, raising money for the Mental Health Foundation. And a Dunedin hepatitis campaigner is working towards the goal of eradicating the disease, one Pacific island at a time. Time now for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's Otago Daily Times. We welcome the editor, Mr. Barry Stewart.
Hello, Daryl. Dunedin City Council is having a meeting at the moment. They have adopted the annual plan and have set a 4.1% rate increase as predicted, so no surprises there. Central Otago Mayor Tim Cadogan has called on Energy Minister Megan Woods to direct the Electricity Authority to review Aurora Energy's ability to supply electricity to Clyde. So he's clearly upset about the situation up there. The council meeting I mentioned earlier, well, They expect to go long into the night, well, at least to 9 o'clock, I believe. So we haven't got all the stories we're going to get from there, but we'll have them in the paper tomorrow. But the council is discussing the makeup of the group that is going to direct the redesign of George Street. That's going to be one of the contentious issues at the meeting today, we believe. In court, a gang member whose punch led to his victim's death says he is haunted by the incident, but the man's parole was declined. Sport, Highlanders v Crusaders on Saturday, a big game. Highlanders assistant coach Tony Brown has got a good feeling about the team. He likens it to 2014 when they came back from a rebuilding phase and performed very well. So he's got good feelings about the situation. May not just happen on Saturday, but he believes it will happen.
It's always good to have the local derby at home.
Indeed.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Barry. All that and more in tomorrow's ODT. Time now for a look at the weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Beginning with the city view, a large puddle in Dunedin's northeast valley and a break between showers. Looking at the situation, the cold southerly airflow eases tomorrow and dies away by Thursday, with coastal snow showers clearing, but watch for heavy frosts developing inland. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport are looking at mostly clear skies with 11 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim can expect a cloudy day and 11-degree highs for you both. Heading down to Canterbury, it'll be cloudy with showers for most places here. Kokoda and Christchurch both head for 7 degrees, while Ashburton is due to reach just 6 degrees. In the southern towns, plan for strong southerlies and snow showers clearing. The Catlins and Balclutha head for 4 degrees, while Lumsden and Gore are both aiming for 5 degrees, where it's due to become fine later in the day. Heading over to central Otago, you can expect decreasing southerlies and snow showers clearing for all areas. It'll also be cold here. Wanaka heads for 4 and Queenstown should reach 3 degrees. Alexandra and Te Anau are both aiming for a high of 5 degrees. In the northern towns, on the coast, Timaru and Oamaru can expect fresh southerlies and showers with 7 degrees for you both. Inland, those in Twizel and Omarama can plan for decreasing southerlies and snow showers clearing with 5 degrees for you two. In Dunedin, showers tonight with gusty southwesterlies and an overnight low of 3 degrees. Plan for strong gusty southwesterlies tomorrow and wintry showers with some hail and sleet likely, snow flurries to 200 metres. Showers clearing tomorrow night with a high of 6 and a low of 2 degrees. The clouds should break with sunny periods increasing on Thursday. It'll be very cold though with gusty southwesterlies easing, a high of 8 and a low of -2. And in Invercargill, showers tonight with an overnight low of 4 degrees. Wintry showers easing slowly tomorrow. Hail and sleet possible in the morning with very cold southerly winds. Showers clearing tomorrow night. Expect a high of 6 and a low of 1 degree. Becoming fine and sunny on Thursday with cold southerlies dying out. It'll be frosty Thursday night with a high of 8 and a low of -3. That's all from the South Today team for this Tuesday. For the latest news, head online to odt.co.nz and follow us on social media. Thanks for joining us. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.